So let's go into the Legends Series 1. Now we have Hawk and Animal back there. This is Road Warrior style Legends, which is great. The main thing that stands out the most, besides the shoulder pads, is that you actually put arm cuffs on them with the spikes in them, which is pretty cool because that hasn't been done in a while. Tell us a little bit about that and what went into. I mean, you're paying attention to detail, of course, but tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. We want to replicate the guys as close to the way they appeared as possible. So I think I might be giving something away here that you were going to ask about. But if you were to pick up Dusty Rhodes' shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Bloop, there you go.
You see it. You see the spot. It is there. That is very cool.
Let's see if there's one right here.
No.
So yeah, there we go.
Somewhere different, trust me.
Attention to detail. That's what we're all about.
All right. Now, you have Sergeant Slaughter, you have Stone Cold Steve Austin, Dusty Rhodes, the Road Warriors, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I mean, that is a great start for the Legends line. So now what you guys have done is, besides Legends 1, you guys did do a sneak peek today of Legends 2. Let's talk about those now.
Absolutely. And let me just say this, the best is yet to come.
Wow, okay, that's good. So as you alluded to a few minutes ago, there's 5 of 6 here. There's one missing that we're not going to know about for a couple of months, maybe?
Probably not till Comic-Con.
Okay. That's going to be the big announcement, Comic-Con?
I think so.
So you have Jimmy Superfly Snuka, you have Terry Funk, Ravishing Rick Rude, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Iron Sheik. Now, you all did pay a lot of attention to detail. Talk about, first of all, about the Iron Sheik with the pointed boots, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, in fairness, I want to give a shout out to PJ. This was something that PJ started up, and this is a great line. So these are the characters that they picked. We have a strong team.
Right.
The team that we have at Mattel is very dedicated to WWE. They know the brand, they understand it, they love it, they're passionate about it. So these are the characters that we picked, and I think they did a great job.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the branding iron on Terry Funk is to scale. It's really nice looking. Ravishing Rick Rude looks wonderful. I mean, I know you can't see these at home, but I mean, they're paying attention to detail here. That's what's the best thing about it. And the hair on Snuka is just crazy. So that's Snuka in his best, in his prime.
That's what my hair looks like when I let it grow too.
All right, so let's get to a couple of questions, if you don't mind. The Wrestling Figures board decided to ask you a few. Here's Adam Baum. When will we see championship belts for figures, and will they be painted?
Yes, very soon. I think starting in, I don't know if it's Series 3 or 4, but they're coming.
Okay,
they're
good.
coming.
Now, will those also be in the Legends lines? If for titles they've held possibly, will you be seeing painted belts from those eras as well?
Yes, and in fact I mentioned that these are early prototypes that don't have the fabric pieces or the accessories with them. What you don't see on the entrance gate $1 Million Man is that he does come with his $1 Million belt, of course. Okay. So we are going to introduce those belts with every guy that's relevant. Which
we will get into entrance grates as well, unless you want to just jump into it right now and then go back to questions. The entrance grates, you guys displayed 2 new entrance grates today. That is Rowdy Piper and the $1 Million Man. Now, Piper, you brought his bagpipes out with him, which really looks good. Piper is a great figure. It's got the brown boots instead of the red boots, which is great. And then the $1 Million Man doesn't have his $1 Million belt, but, I mean, the fabric on that is pants and vest and shirt and everything. I mean, that is everything. Tie, everything. That's cool.
I can tell you guys that, again, detail. We're dedicated to it. We're not making as much money on it even as we would like because we're dedicated again to giving you guys the best product, and that was a call that I actually made not to lose some of that apparel.
Yeah, because the cummerbund is a piece of fabric as well. I mean, that is the coolest thing about it, I think, is everything on it is a fabric piece, which is great.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you guys, again, are paying attention to details, so that's awesome. All right, so let's go back and answer some questions from the WrestlingFigs.com board. Angel B says, will there be any divas in the Elite Series line? That's a good question.
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that, but it's a great suggestion. I have to look at the rollout. If we don't have them, and it's something that you guys think we should do, give us the feedback, and we'll incorporate as much as we can.
Well, you guys have taken the divas and went to another level. I mean, Beth Phoenix came out, you got Mickie James, you got another Beth Phoenix coming out. So you guys, and instead of just waiting and waiting and waiting, you guys decided to put the divas in there right away, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're not only are we going to do that, we're going to give you different body sculpts for the divas. So It's not going to be the same body for every single female. We're going to have unique parts for each diva.
That's very cool because, I mean, they're hard workers too, and they deserve to be out there as much as any other guy that's in the business today.
Absolutely, and what we're dedicated at, and we heard you guys when we did a lot of the initial research here at Mattel, all about superstar scale. There's no reason that a Rey Mysterio should be the same height as a Big Show or a Great Khali. Yeah. Absolutely. So there should be a significant perceptible difference between those guys because kids want to play and collectors want to play in that scale. So then we're doing the same thing with divas. Some divas are tall, some divas are short, some divas are, you know, a little bit more this, a little bit more that. So that's what we want to replicate and give you guys the best possible product.
That's very cool. All right, Mr. Sava says, will all divas have the same exact body parts? And you just answered that. No.
No.
Good. All right.
That's an easy.
That is an easy one. WWE Donnie 10 says, will the future releases of basic and 2-packs ever include foreign objects or accessories, or will they stay the same as the Elite and Flex Force line only?
I think the strategy for now is to keep most of the accessories in the Elite scale, which it also, you know, means Legends, and of course the entrance grades. I don't know how many accessories we're going to be including in the basics and the 2-packs as far as a general normal rule. We are going to do it, but I wouldn't count on it every series.
Okay. And the Skull Maniac says, will Mattel ever consider making a real scale ring?
Yes, and I wish I had it here. We have it ready. It does exist. We'll show you guys the next time we see you. It was just we didn't have time to put it up, but we will.
Okay, good. Now, will we also be seeing, like, now that the Legends are coming out with the great detail, will we see Legends rings as well, like going back to those pay-per-view types that they were involved in?
We will. Eventually, you know, this is the launch, and we're very excited about the launch, and we're excited about what we've been able to put out there. But, you know, it's early, so we need to build our, force. So you're going to see all of that stuff. You're going to see legendary, rings of the past. You're going to see big play sets. You're going to see elite scales. You're going to see different. I almost gave you another secret that I shouldn't give away. Just
let it out. Come on, let it out.
But you're going to see a lot of really cool stuff coming out in the future.
Okay. All right, and then Dan88 says, could we see more Heritage Series, but based on pay-per-views like SummerSlam, Survivor Series, etc.?
Yeah, we right now have the WrestleMania Heritage, and the question's probably, are we going to see like a Royal Rumble Heritage? That makes sense. Right. I think that's a great idea. We are going to do a lot of Heritage stuff as we go into the future. We're going to dig back and try to do some cool figures that have never been done before.
Exclusive-wise like that too?
We are also going to do exclusives with you guys.
Wow, okay, cool. Austin81 says, will there be a WrestleMania Heritage Series 2?
Yes.
Do we know who's in that set yet?
We don't, and the thing about WrestleMania too, just in the essence, full disclosure, that's an exclusive program for Toys R Us, so that will occur probably at the end of the year, probably be on shelf next January. So they're going to be few and far between, but if we tackle other sorts of heritage pay-per-views, then maybe that'll give you guys something to collect in the meantime.
Now, something the previous maker did not do, and this is what we were talking about off camera, we might see a WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, 4 series building all the way up to 26 and then on. Now that you guys just took on the line, will you go back and make guys from those that were in the main events and that meant the most to make WrestleMania as big as it is today?
Absolutely. I think that's what the WrestleMania Heritage Series is all about. Okay. But I like where you're going with it, and I think that would be a great take on it, to do a WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, and just kind of go throughout the years. Like I said, I think it's kind of being taken care of with the WrestleMania Heritage, but if it's something you guys want, again, give us the feedback, and we want to make you guys happy.